We're going to have a quick look, take a quick look at the toolkit for IMVU. So this is 1.2.7. So if you have a previous version, you should be able to just drag the zip file from wherever you downloaded it and drop it into an open instance of Blender, and you should get this installed from disk. Pop up. Just click OK. Everything else that's okay for all of this. So OK. We may need to restart Blender, so close that down, close, reopen. That just clears out any old files, any cache. There's Blender. So the toolkit, the N key, and there is the toolkit. So there's the toolkit. Right, so we've got a few new options. We've got this. We don't necessarily need to worry about this too much, but this gives us access to the rest of the features in terms of, well, basically, as it says there, we've got the standard version, and then we've got an advanced version. And the advanced version grants access to hidden features or hidden functionality that is more applicable to advanced content creation. Most of the time you will be on standard for most content. So that's our workflow. So stick with standard for the most part. Then of course we've got the standard room tool, furniture tool, attachment tool, and then the export tool. And then we've got the avatar tool, which is the new change where both the clothing and the avatar animation, so that's where you make your poses, those are combined into the same tool. So let's just go down them quickly. So room tool, create room. It'll drop in the usual. So this is exactly the same as all previous versions. It drops in all the bits. So we have the skeleton components, that's these wireframe cubes, the room, template box, and the avatar. And then we've got all the functions that we had previously. So adding seat nodes, adding furniture nodes, custom seat nodes, all sorts of other bits and pieces, whether we turn them on or off. That's the capture picture handle. I won't go into detail in terms of what these do. This is just an overview. So this tool hasn't changed. Room tool, let's just redo general, don't save. View toolkit. Next we have the furniture tool. Drop in the furniture tool, and again, same as that's always been. So we have the example furniture object. So that's our base object, avatars, and node. Same again with the tools. All the tools are exactly the same as they were in the previous version, so nothing's changed there necessarily. Oh, so seat nodes, custom seat nodes. We can add furniture nodes to furniture, but that's always been a bit tricky to do. But the tool's there as it has always been. Reset, and then we'll take a look at toolkit. Attachment tool. That's the same as for previous versions. We've now also got, again, the gender. We can select the male, female, etc. Tool functions the same way. So we set up our skeleton or the armature that we're going to attach our object to, make our attachment, and then do all the bits and pieces that we need to do to create an attachment. So again, this tool hasn't changed either, so those are okay. New general, don't save. Toolkit. So avatar tool, this is where it gets interesting. So avatar tool, create avatar asset. Now this drops in the base avatar. And depending on what we want to do here, we've now got a couple of options. So we can set the avatar type. So we've got our male, female, etc., etc. And then we've got a set of options here. So clothing is what we see right now. So this is basically the avatar in the clothing T pose so that we can make our clothing item. And then we've also got the animation tool or the animation options, and that switches or toggles between the two. So the two types of product that we can make, an animation or a clothing item. When we toggle, it switches the presentation of the avatar. So with the animation one active, we've now got access to the rig, and that can be enabled or disabled by just selecting or checkboxing this. That'll toggle us between, but the button that just acts as a general toggle between the two types of content creation, so clothing or animation. The reason for that is that if we were in clothing and we wanted to make an animated clothing item, we might want to see the avatar rig, or we might want to test the deformation of the clothing mesh, in which case we would want to see the avatar rig so that we can select it, switch to pose mode, and pose whilst we were still in clothing mode. But if we were just making clothing and just making animations, we can toggle between the two types of product by just clicking on the buttons. And obviously we then just need to remember whether we have this enabled or disabled. And if we're on clothing, we have show clothing bones. So if we select our clothing bones skeleton, this is what we use to weight paint. So if we select the avatar torso mesh, so let's assume that this is our clothing item, and we want to weight paint our object to the avatar, we select the mesh and enable paint weights, and this will toggle us into weight painting mode, where we can paint the weights associated with the avatar skeleton to the mesh. And that's all we need to do. Just toggle in and out, and it will do it automatically. If it doesn't, select the skeleton first, skeleton, shift click the mesh, and from the upper menu you want weight paint. That'll do basically the same thing. So that's what that button actually does. When we toggle that on off, we're essentially toggling between weight paint and object mode. And that's how we would make our clothing. So we use the avatar in clothing mode with show clothing bones active so that we can see the skeleton, create our clothing, weight paint it, and then export it. But that's this tool. So this is the one that's changed the most. So we're toggling now between different modes, a clothing mode and an animation mode. We just need to make sure that we have the appropriate options set here. So if it's an animation, enable show avatar rig. If it's a clothing item, show clothing bones. And that is pretty much the breakdown or the rundown of the toolkit.